The flickering gaslight cast long shadows across Amelia's face, highlighting the tremor in her hand as she clutched the worn photograph. Her family, her parents, beaming. Her younger brother, a mischievous grin plastered across his face. Her sister, eyes sparkling with youthful exuberance, smiled back at her from the sepia-toned image. A single tear traced a path down her cheek. 3 months. 3 months since the night that changed everything. 3 months since Damian, her boyfriend, had vanished, leaving behind a trail of blood and shattered lives. Damian, with his piercing blue eyes and devilish charm, had swept Amelia off her feet. He was charismatic, captivating, the kind of man who could make the sun seem to rise and set for you alone. But behind the charm lurked a darkness, a simmering rage that Amelia had initially dismissed as mere passion. Now, the reality was brutally clear. The police investigation was a mess. A tangled web of conflicting statements and circumstantial evidence. They suspected Damian, of course, but without a body or concrete proof, they were stuck. Amelia knew the truth, though. She had seen the flash of fury in his eyes, the chilling glint of steel in his hand that night. She had heard the screams. The night began innocently enough. A dinner party, celebrating Amelia's sister's graduation. Laughter, good food, the comforting warmth of family. Then the power flickered, plunging the house into darkness. Amelia remembered the sudden, chilling silence, followed by the sickening thud of bodies hitting the floor. The screams were muffled, cut short. When the lights came back on, chaos reigned. Her family lay lifeless, their bodies grotesquely contorted, a scene of unspeakable horror. Damian was gone. The police interrogated her, but Amelia couldn't bring herself to fully reveal the truth. She was afraid. Afraid of Damian's wrath, even from beyond the reach of the law. Afraid of the darkness she had seen in his eyes, a darkness that mirrored the abyss of her grief. She focused on small details, hoping to mislead the investigation, to protect herself while secretly hoping for justice. But the guilt gnawed at her, a constant, agonizing reminder of her complicity, her silence. She had seen the signs, the hints of his dark nature, and she had ignored them. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months. Amelia lived in a perpetual state of fear, every shadow a potential threat, every noise a possible footstep. She started attending support groups for victims of violent crime. There, surrounded by others who had endured similar losses, she found a sliver of solace. The shared experiences, the collective grief, helped her to confront her own pain, to start the long, arduous process of healing. She learned to speak, to share her story, to finally confront the truth of what she had witnessed that horrific night. The breakthrough came unexpectedly, during a support group meeting.